Hello there friends and welcome to JapariWrestle 2021. This is your host DX7EP reporting to all of you. Thanks to our sponsors, we've been able to upgrade our equipment considerably, so we've got a lot in store for you tonight. So sit back, relax, grab some popcorn and drinks, and thus let's get on to it, yeah? So welcome to our NYC ring, where we will start you off with a new take on an old classic match from last year. Now let's wait for our first competitor to show up, and it's going to be none other than Lucky Beast himself. Waving to the left, waving to the right, and going in with a chicken walk into the ring, which is fine. You can do whatever you want, I guess, especially seeing as you've won last year's Hell in a Cell against other Lucky Beasts. Now for a quick recap, Lucky Beast KO'd Rambos in the Hell in a Cell last year. But this year, it's a Battle Royale against the other Lucky Beasts. Now in the Battle Royale, it's not like Fortnite, but you do have to stay in the ring yourself but throw your opponents over the top rope and out of the ring. The last Lucky Beast standing is the winner. The audience is really liking Lucky Beast here, the OG one that is, and it's no surprise really. He won last year, and he's a real favourite to win this year as well. Well, let's see if he will win it this year or not, but here comes our second competitor with some guitar music, it seems like. Seems a little groovy. But I think I know who it is, but I will hold it. Never mind, it's El Jefe. Oh, it's nice to see you with your Lucha Libre skills. But with that horn, I think El Toro will be a better name. Whatever, you're charging into the ring, you're not going to waste any time. I very much like your acumen. And I will not say the word acumen again this entire broadcast. Everyone likes you as well as your really nice legs and grooves. Seems you're stretching on the ropes a bit, which is a great idea before your match. Especially since we have the third competitor coming in pretty soon. I wonder who this is going to be. That's a lot of yeses on the background. Are they all yeses for a pirate boss here? You might not have brought us pirate treasures and gold, but you're here, and that's all that matters, and that's all good to us. It looks like you haven't brought your pistol, which is good. We don't allow pistols in the ring, but we do allow pirates. I like that Tales in Time music you've got as well. Cheering on to the audience, but they all think you're a landlubber. That's impossible, mate. You're pirate boss. You know the high seas better than any of the Lucky Beasts. But perhaps you can show us what you can do on land as well today. Maybe you'll give us all pieces of 8 in the end. A shield? We don't know who that is, but it's Mail. How's Mail a shield? But everyone's rooting for you. And why are you dressed like a football referee? Are you gonna give everyone yellow and red cards? I mean, that is kind of your job description in a way, so it makes sense, I guess. But I suppose it's an improvement from last year because you came in with a tank top and your hat and that's it. So it's a little more distinctive and I think it looks good on you. And you hear that, audience? They too really like how you're looking. And they want you to win this, they want you to do some justice. Less justice, maybe? I like how El Jefe is just staring whilst Pirate Boss is exercising. Oh well, on to the next. Gold dust? Who's giving gold? I thought that would be Pirate Boss.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Oh, it's actually Ross. That's interesting. Ross and gold, how does that work? But you're throwing up the one this whole time. #1 DJ of all the Lucky Beasts, with 2 sets of headphones alike. Anyway, just looks like you came from a nightclub with a DJ session, and the music definitely reflects that. Groovy. You're throwing up the one, telling people that you're the best of the lot. And I don't disagree with that. You always have the best tracks, it seems. At least to some people. You two are also going to stretch on the ropes, much like El Jefe did earlier. All in all, a good idea. Music's about to switch out again. There's some to rock music, and it looks like, I don't know who, Keanu Rambos? Wake up, Samurai! Are you saying, wake up, Samurai, we've got a battle royale to win? And are you even Rambos in the first place? Cyberpunk 2077, you have got to be kidding me! How much have you been playing Cyberpunk, mate? Under no circumstances will we make this park anything resembling Night City. No questions asked. Anyways, assuming you're Rambos, I guess you took new inspiration from that game and Keanu, so you're showing up as Johnny Silverhand from that game. Mate, I would prefer John Wick or The Matrix, but that's just me. Anywho, I just request you play fair because Cyberpunk's a buggy mess and we don't need bugs in our Rumble. And there goes the bell. The match begins. And they're already at each other's throats. They want to end this quickly. And wait, Keanu Rebels is already out? He just came in about 10 seconds ago and there he goes already. I guess none of the lucky beasts want the bugginess of Cyberpunk 2077 today. So they told him, go back to sleep, Samurai. It's not your event. And looks like Monmail's getting on a killing spree trying to get Pirate Boss out as well. Lucky's just talking at the audience while El Jefe and Ross are at each other. Pirate Boss and Monmail exchanging punches, as is Lucky and Ross. Monmail gets a big punch, but Ross just takes Lucky, carries him over and drops him near the ropes. Like a bag of cement. Pretty nice punches left, right and center again. Pirate Boss is still down though. But Monmail looks like he's grabbed Lucky, trying to push him out. Will Lucky stay in? It's not looking good. And oh, he hangs over dear life, but Monmail will try to kick him off. Pirate Boss bounces off the ropes, attacks Ross, and Lucky Beast is alive. Still alive in this, and El Jefe is gonna go after Monmail. And okay, Lucky, nice flip. Monmail does not look like he's in a good position. He's in the corner being 2v1s. And all the while, Ross is going to drop the base on Pirate Boss. Beautifully done there. Lucky picks up El Jefe from behind and drops him on his legs. And he rolls towards the ropes. Ross has Monmail on the ropes. Will Monmail survive this? And he breaks out free. Easily done. Pirate Boss and Lucky are having a bit of a standoff, it looks like. Punching each other back and forth, to and fro. Monmail and Ross are doing the same. But Lucky has a punch and wins the argument with a nice slam onto Pirate Boss back on the mats. El Jefe finally gets up and lying there for a bit now. Lucky decides to reiterate his argument by taking Pirate Boss all the way to the ropes while Pirate Boss hanging on for dear life. It's not looking good. And no! Lucky Beast eliminates Pirate Boss. Pirate Boss is forced to walk the plank. El Jefe pushes Monmail onto the ropes. He's hanging on. Monmail makes his way back in, but El Jefe says stay there. And he picks up Monmail, tries to push him out and eliminate him. Will this happen? No! Monmail stays in, with rope physics being weird. Never mind, they just fixed themselves. But El Jefe isn't done yet. He wants Monmail out of the picture as soon as possible, so he takes him to the far rope, gets a punch, it charges in and eliminates Monmail. Good job, El Jefe. And we're down to 3. So El Jefe focuses on Lucky now, who slips. And then he picks up Ross. Will El Jefe get another elimination within a span of a minute? It doesn't look like it. Ross breaks out, punches El Jefe in the back. Ross is inspired, charges in, but he goes over the top rope as well. So it's just Lucky Beast and El Jefe now. But it looks like El Jefe has the upper hand right now. But they are both very good contenders. One with Lucha Libre skills, the other with last year's championship. El Jefe pushes Lucky to the opposite corner. Looks like he's ready for some special maneuver. It's just a punch so far. Another punch. Or slip. No, Lucky says, your turn. Now I'm going to kick you. I'm going to throw you over. I'm going to toss you over the corner and the turnbuckle. Will this be the end? Will Lucky Beast win this? El Jefe's hanging on for dear life. No, El Jefe wins this one out and he is free. Lucky picks up El Jefe. Beautifully done there, and he slams him right down onto the mat again. El Jefe goes back up, but Lucky picks him up again and slams him down onto the mat. I actually don't know the wrestling names for this, sorry, so I can't describe further. But he does another knee dropping thing. It looks like Lucky's going to win this one. El Jefe is being grabbed by the horns and dragged over to the ropes. El Jefe's back on the ropes again. Lucky picks him up, and will this be the end? Will El Jefe go down? It doesn't look good at all. Has both hands and... oh, he barely hangs onto the bottom rope, but Lucky's trying to kick him out. Will they? No! And with this, Lucky Beast defends his title as the champion of the Lucky Beasts, even though that's not really a title. And now, time for some replays. And here's our match with a Lucky Beast, cheering on to the audience. Original and Beast. Congratulations for your victory. Anywho, coming up next, we have our special sponsors match, sponsored by the Binturong Band. And of course, after that will be the main events. So don't go anywhere, friends. Stay tuned. And welcome to our sponsored match, sponsored by the Binturong Fund. Its participants will be 4 of its contributors or representations thereof in a 4-way Extreme Rules match with submissions allowed. This ought to be a good one, eh? By the way, this is not the main event, even though it says so in the Titantron. So let's introduce our first competitor, who's none other than DX7EP, or alternatively known as the park guide who makes a lot of Windows 95 jokes. Or something like that, anyways. Percolate for workgroups. Anywho, it looks like a cross between Neo Bag and Atlantic Puffin, so you probably have been nomming 3D crisps all the time. What, are they salt and vinegar at least? Nah, I don't really care for that. Anywho, I think you should have a different combination of entrance music and entrance style, because Dune 2016 music does not really mix with your really slow walking speed, which is not New York speed at all. Yeah? But I guess I digress. You do you, I guess. We respect that. But I still think you're not the main event. Oh well, you can do this for today, but if you can, could you at least smile for the audience and the camera? You seem very cross for some reason. I don't quite understand why. Did somebody trip you off earlier? Never mind that I asked. It's your business, not mine to deal with. You just look up to the stairs, walk them up, turn everything blue, because abadi, abada, abadi, abada. I think the cameraman's also affected by your slow entrance, because he's panning it slowly behind you. Here you are raising your arms, the ring is turning red for some reason. Ay, could you at least speed this up, mate? I'm going to have to finally complain to the JapariWrestle Federation to either change your music or change your entrance or both, because they just don't match with each other. Obviously you don't care about that, and let's wait for our next competitor. I just hope that our next competitor has a slightly better selection than you did. Okay, DS0, that's a bit different, but it's none other than Curly. Giant Anteater meets Passenger Pigeon. And you also look very cross. Maybe it's just a park guide thing to put on intimidating music, intimidating poses, intimidating faces, and intimidating walks. I just hope that I'm in the wrong here. A lot of them are actually quite friendly in practice. At least you're taking a lot less time than DX did to walk into the ring. I am a bit curious as to why you picked DS E-Ray as your track. I mean, it's a great choice, I agree with that, but it's not something I'd expect in a wrestling event. Typical selections would be some generic EDM or pop rock, metal maybe, but classical music, that's a bit different, and I respect that quite a bit. You are showing the ropes who's boss, but I'm afraid the ropes and you will be friends during the event itself. Well, I guess it's good to be acquainted beforehand, right? I think it's about time that our next competitors showed up, and I hope they're not as cross as the last two have been. WarioWare music. Blue suits, is it none other than Eater of Pie, also known as the resident Okapi and Seiryu fan, and as they would say, it's always time for Okapi. Quick fun fact, they were originally scheduled to come in a WarioWare inspired suit, but after being contacted by the Japari Wrestling Federation, it was decided that Seiryu's suit with Okapi would be a much better combination, so we all agreed on that and that was all good. At least you're not as cross as the last two guys have been. Everybody likes Pie, everybody likes Okapi. I think we all agree you're probably the happiest of the bunch. Yeah, throwing up that fist in the air, nice smile, everything like that, ready to go. Speaking of ready to go, let's go on to our last competitor of the bunch. Lights are turning red. I do have to wonder who this is going to be. It's King Cobra mixed with American Alligator or Saltwater Crocodile, one of the two. I can only guess it's possibly Dojo. Possibly? Probably? Yes, it is indeed. It is indeed Dojo Mojo Mofo, or Dojo in short. Coming in with a very buff attitude, some rocking Toho arrangements, and a bit of a hitman reputation on the jacket. I have a feeling that they're a good contender. Though I don't think poison is allowed in the ring, or at least last time I checked the JapariWrestle rules. Whatever, you can probably suplex your opponents out anyway, and that is all fine with us. I'm really liking the choice of music, by the way. Very fitting. And you make your way into the ring. Probably got a poser in here, are you? Yes, you are. I had a feeling. It is all good. And with that, that is our last of the 4 competitors for the sponsorship match by the Binturong Fund. Now the question becomes, who is going to win this one? All 4 of the guides here are very seasoned contenders in their own ways here. And what the heck is Curly doing? You're just lying down there? Anywho, okay. Everybody else is getting ready. And there goes the bell. The competitors are already at each other quickly. Dojo does a nice clip onto Carly there. Meanwhile, DX gets pushed onto the ropes. They're hanging in there, but Pi says no, he gets punched outside of the ring. Will they pick up a weapon? I don't know, but this is already getting heated. Carly and Dojo are having at it with each other in the ring. Pi and DX are doing the same outside the ring. It's probably good that each of them are picking opponents of their own size and caliber. Lest there might be a possible mismatch, you know? But that's not the end-all be-all, because anything can happen in the Japari Wrestling Federation. Pi picks up DX by the head, takes them all the way to what looks like the staircase, and bam! There goes DX's head into the stairs, stainless steel no less. But DX fortunately breaks out, Carly gets knocked over by Dojo, DX knocks Pi back down, and gets kicked in the back by DX again for their troubles. Dojo goes to Curly to kick, but Curly does a Dark Souls roll out of that one. And now, doesn't quite evade that one on the other hand. DX picks up Pi in the meantime. Meanwhile, Dojo does a pin attempt onto Curly. It might be the end already, and no, Curly breaks free of that, no problems asked. Dojo does a nice stomp. DX and Pi is still at it. And Dojo does a stranglehold onto Curly. Will Curly submit and give up? Meanwhile, DX is just spinning Pi around like a record. And Curly broke free of that one earlier, but doesn't stop Dojo from jump stomping Curly in the head. DX is still spinning, this time clockwise. We did bring bath bags in case, but whatever, mate. Anywho, DX just drops Pi, is themselves very dizzy. You brought that on yourself. Dojo does a nice chokehold onto Curly. It might be the end here, but DX breaks it up. Now that Pi is back on their feet, will they pick up a weapon from underneath the ring? Nope, they will not. Instead, DX and Dojo punch each other. Pi goes after Curly, who's still on the ground. Dojo makes their way back in. Meanwhile, DX is just taunting at the audience, but Dojo does not want that publicity stunt, so they just pick up DX and drop them on the leg. Kelly and Pi look like they're just doing back and forth, while Dojo is just strangleholding DX onto the mats. Kali gets pushed over to the ropes. Well, Pi takes this opportunity to push them out. Yes, they do! Nice punch onto them. While Dojo and DX are still at it in the other corner. Nice flip by DX. And Dojo gets punched out by DX as well. And Pi just pushes Kelly back into the ring whilst DX was asserting dominance. And Kelly does another Dark Souls roll. Pi punches DX in the process. Pi does an unusual circle strafe there. I don't know if that's a legal move, but Dojo makes their way back in. They're already grabbing each other, Kelly, Pi, Dojo, DX, and Kelly does a headstand and then knee drops onto Pi. What unusual moves and posture did he have, mate? Pi rolls out of the ring and DX is almost out as well. Kelly grabs Dojo and gets a nice punch to the face. DX gets back in and stops Dojo again. Wow, that's cheap. And Kelly agrees that is a cheap move. Well, Pi uses opportunity to look under the ring for a weapon. No! Dojo pushes DX onto the ropes. And no, DX breaks free of that one, but Curly gets walked down and decides to roll out of the ring themselves. DX and Pi are just trying to get at each other again, this time inside the ring. And Dojo goes back in the ring from the ropes. Curly's still outside. I'm surprised that nobody's picked up a weapon yet. This would be a great time, but DX rolls out of the ring themselves because they don't want to be in. And considering Pi's attacks on Dojo, I don't blame their decision to stay out of it. Now Curly makes their way back up and into the ring. And it appears as if they're going to collaborate against Pi here. That's a bit cheap, isn't it? The two titans against the little welterweight. DX is slowly making their way back up. But as Dojo rolls out to the ring, Curly goes over the ropes into the outside. And while DX goes in, Curly looks for a weapon under the ring. What will they get? They get a sledgehammer. DX is in the turnbuckle and Pi does an unusual flip and oof, that had to hurt. DX got the raw end of the bargain. Pi taunts and is sassy, but Curly does not approve of that technique and attacks Pi with the sledgehammer. Curly just throws the sledgehammer away and Pi rolls out of the ring, but stops DX as well. And then complements that with a jumping knee drop onto DX's head. Dojo makes their way back in. And attacks Curly now. Dojo grabs Curly and puts a nice submission attempt on the leg. Will this be the end? DX is struggling to get there. Pi stops once and twice and succeeds to breaking it up. DX spots Curly on the ground, takes this opportunity for themselves to try a submission attempt. This time with their leg. 1, 2, Dojo breaks that up easily, no dice. But Dojo decides to pick up DX into a crab submission of some sort. Will this happen? No. DX breaks out of that one too. And whilst Pi and Dojo are at each other right now, a little busy, Curly slowly makes their way to DX and tries to pin them whilst they're down, which is a bit of a cheap maneuver, but DX easily breaks out of that one. Pi and DX are right there, doing their thing as usual. Curly and Dojo, they want to get at each other, but they're kind of blocked. Pi readies another punch, and it looks like they succeed again. A little more force, they could have hit the table too, which would have hurt a lot more. Meanwhile, Dojo does a nice pin attempt on Curly, but Pi breaks that up without problem. Curly rolls back out of the ring again. DX is barely making their way back up, but Dojo gets clotheslined. Pi tried to stomp, but kind of missed that. Missed that twice, I think. But third time's a charm, and Pi does a beautiful springboard attack onto Dojo there. I think DX was also affected there, so that'd be a 2 for 1. Beautifully done there, I'd say. All the while, Curly is still behind the ring, hasn't done much of anything for the past minute or so. Pi does yet another beautiful thing onto Dojo. DX makes their way back up. Pi tries to pin Dojo, but DX breaks it, while Curly makes their way back into the ring. DX picks up Pi, nicely done there. Curly picks up Dojo. And a kick to Dojo doesn't quite work. But on the other hand, Dojo's punch onto Curly is quite effective and onto the ropes. DX rolls out to the ring and looks under it. Hopefully, might be grabbing a new weapon of some sort? Let's see. It's a ladder. That's interesting. I wasn't expecting this to be an Extreme Rules match. I try to trip everyone with it. Is that what your plan is? And then you just drop it. What the heck, mate? You just grab it only to leave it alone? What the heck? DX gets Curly by the legs and tries to do a submission over the ladder, but Pi's broken that one up. Pi is rolling DX into the ladder. and just takes a stomp. And Pi is just cheering on to the audience, saying it's always time for Okapi. DX rolls over the ladder and out of the ring. All the while, Pi tries to pin Curly. Dojo goes up, and Curly breaks out of that one just fine. Brilliantly done. Another punch. Dojo picks up Pi. Curly says no. And instead, Curly picks up Pi for themselves and then choke slams him onto the mats. Dojo tries to stomp on the ladder. No dice there. And then Dojo comes in with a lariat onto Curly. Brilliantly done there. And now Dojo is just the only one standing among all the guides. He can use his opportunity to pin. Come on, do it. Never mind, you got Pi here. Slam down. Pi decides to roll out of the situation. Good idea. Curly gets picked up. DX goes back in. And they break up a setup by Dojo and attacking Curly. DX picks up Dojo in some sort of thing and does a backdrop of some sort. And now DX is the only one standing amongst all the guides. This could be a great time to pin. Do it! Never mind, Pi is up on their feet already. Curly is going on the ropes to use them to get back up. Pi attacks, goes to Dojo, picks them up. DX punches behind. And now it's DX Dojo versus Curly Pi. Nice slam by Curly. DX gets Dojo in a nice pin attempt here with your legs. And Curly breaks that one up without a problem at all. But then here comes Curly picking up DX and putting him behind and using DX as basically a lifting weight. And if this happens a bit longer, then DX might actually tap out of this one. And the referee's looking and, yep, it's conceded. Technical submission by DX and Curly is the winner of the Extreme Rules match sponsored by the Binturong Fund. This is quite a surprising result. Of all the guides, I really did not expect DX to give up so easily. But I guess there was just too much damage happening throughout all this time, and being used as a weight for Curly's fitness program was insult to injury. It's no surprise really, I understand your decision to surrender. It is all fine. After all, it's all a friendly match anywho. Anyways, congrats to Curly for winning the Binturong Fun 4-way Extreme Rules match. There is no prize for winning the Binturong Fun event, I guess. All you get is some recognition. You don't get that free trip to Mexico. But it's okay, the audience currently loves you right now. And you love the audience too, and you've done a great job. And with this out of the way, we're going to move on shortly to our main event. The title match between Tess Testington and the Real Deal Pingu. Yes, you heard that right. The real Pingu, not the circus knockoff that played JapariWrestle 2020 and JapariMania 2020. So we'll be back very shortly after a quick advertisement from one of our sponsors. And we're back with our title match of JapariWrestle 2021 between Tess Testington and Pingu. We already know we're in New York, mate. Whoever's doing the graphics, we don't need a third time card. Anywho, here's Tess Testington himself, the man, the myth, the legend, coming in with a briefcase of some sort, Money in the Bank winner. But this is not a Money in the Bank match. Instead, it's actually a tables, ladders and chairs match between Tess Testington and Pingu. And what's on the line? The championship belt of JapariWrestle itself. Now, Tess Testington has defended the title for the past 4 years. Will he do it again? I think he can. Especially seeing that you're in shape and all. And I recall in JapariMania 2020 you were very shocked and overconfident. Chunkington I joked, but now you're not. Well, I guess that humiliating defeat by knockoff Pingu, Pango, whatever, was a great inspiration to get back into the program. But I don't know why you're bringing the briefcase in here. Well, I guess it's your fight money or something, or you're putting both your money on the bank and your belt on the line. Well, you're looking at the audience loves you, and, well, your medal's kind of glowing. I hope it's not radioactive. And here you are into the ring. Gonna put your briefcase in the corner there. Go on to the second rope, and what are you gonna do there? Okay, I'll take a pose reminiscent of a Roman statue or the Renaissance, guys. That'll do just fine, I guess. Yeah. Well, and down you go. And I have a feeling that this is going to be a great match. Especially seeing that this is not going to have any circus music from knockoff Pingu. And instead, we're going to have the real deal coming in. That's a bit different. I wasn't expecting the bass drop. And no special movie in the Titantron? Oh, that's disappointing. Fucking Newt indeed. It's none other than the original Pingu, the real deal, coming straight from Antarctica. I don't know what happened to you over the past year. Were you off on holiday? Whatever. Maybe you called your cousin knockoff Pingu, Pango, whatever, or you know the one. And maybe they fought on your behalf. Well, that sets up a complicated question, because technically, by JapariWrestle standards, knockoff Pingu won Japari Mania 2020. So you don't have a title, Pingu. But this is your chance to prove yourself. Maybe you could beat Test the first time in 4 years and get the JapariWrestle title. That will be very interesting, wouldn't it? And speaking of the title, let's get a marginally good look at what they're going to be fighting for. At least for our television audiences here, watching on streaming video. And it's none other than this belt itself. Sponsored by the Big Tarong Fund. Ta very much. Anyways, let's kick off the match with a bang. I hope so anyways. And Pingu says, I'm going to kick off here. I'm going to grab you, Test. Down you go. Brilliantly done as a starter. Another stomp too. Gonna pick up Test. And punch him back down. I guess this is Pingu's way of saying to Test, "Oi mate, it's been 2 years. I'm very close. And I will defeat you in JapariWrestle 2021. Or at least that's the impression I'm getting anyways. Oh man, my throat hurts when that. Pingu is being kicked here by Testington. Gets back up but gets kicked down again. Not very good, isn't it? Testington just stretching there. Punched into the corner there. Testington looks primed to do something. Pingu looks the wrong direction but grabs Test and pushes Test to the opposite corner. Pingu comes in with a side attack and running. And comes in, Test is down and then attacks with a ball attack. I never knew Pingu was Peach Panther. But I do have to wonder, what took you so long to get back in? Was it because Ipako did something in JapariWrestle 2020? Was it because knockoff Pingu broke some curse or something that Ipako placed in JapariWrestle 2020? I may never know the answers to that, maybe you can tell us another day. But for now, let's go back to our current fight, right? Anyways, Testington picks up Pingu there, then just drops him off to the side. Not bad, not bad. And Testington comes in with a jumping knee drop or some sort onto Pingu's head. And he comes in with a second one onto Pingu's head. Same leg, no less. And a third one? Is your name Count Countington now? I can only assume it is, because that's number 4 there. And when we see number 5, was Pingu still down? Yes, we do! Number 5! Ha ha ha! And no! I thought there would be number 6, but it's the 2 stomps instead. Combo breaker. Anyways, Pingu makes the... never mind. It tries to make the way back up. Succeeds now. But gets punched by Testington in the back. Pingu stares says, "You what, mate?" And Testington says, "No, get back in the corner there. See you there." Pingu just walks off that one. And gets pushed into the other corner by Test. Test tries to grab Pingu again. Stomp and denied. Pingu picks up Test now, and Test is just dropped onto the mat. Beautifully done there, Pingu. And Pingu goes out to the ring. Probably grabs some tables or ladders or chairs and none of the above. Testington makes the way back up but gets punched down by Pingu onto the ropes. That's not fun. And Pingu comes in, grabs Test by the wrestling attire. Readies for a punch, ooh, right onto the guts. And Pingu takes up Test and oh, what a position Test is in. Pingu could just do whatever he wants from here, and Pingu is just going to say, "Eat my shoe," and there goes Test down onto the ground. Pingu picks up Test and just tries to push him into the opposite corner, and then runs in and punches him behind on the back. Oi, oi, oi. So he's just taunting as well. Newt to the Newt power. Stomp. More Newts. And Pingu is not even done yet. He flips Test over, drops him on Test's knee. Oof, that has to hurt. Then he just kicks Test back down onto the mats, and then flips Test over, and then flips Test over again, just like an omelette, and then attacks him in the leg. But Test takes a nice evasion roll, and then Pingu makes his way out to the ring as well, whilst Test rounds the corner next to the commentator. Oh no, Test. Please don't break this again. You've done this twice already last year. Okay, just grabbing a chair, thank you. And Test attacks Pingu with a chair. One attack is good. Second one is also nice as well. Third one for the charm. And a fourth one for... No, you missed that one. You dropped the chair. Can you please leave this area? We do not want you to break more equipment again. Anyways, you pick up Pingu, drop them nicely onto the mat near the commentator box, and you're walking away, which is a relief for everybody on the box. Pingu is still down and making their way back up. Testing picks up the ladder, and Pingu is just making their way back up as the ladder goes into the ring. Well, Test used his opportunity to pick up the belt whilst he still can. Pingu has to decide here whether he wants the table or not, as Test is going to slowly make their way up the ladder. And Pingu chooses not to get the table. Instead, pushing the ladder was a better idea, I think. Indeed you are. Test grabbed the belt, but it's not gonna be enough. Pingu stomps Test while he's down, and he's gonna grab Test, punching in the head again. I guess Pingu was noticing that Test was getting a little too confident there, and now Pingu picks up Test and just drops him back down again. Pingu is starting to back off a bit there, maybe going for the ladder or Test. No, the ladder it is. And then Pingu sets up the ladder. Will Pingu climb up while Test makes their way back up? Yes, indeed. Pingu is trying to go for the belt. Test is not approving and pushes the ladder. Pingu goes down as well. It's a bit of revenge. And here comes Test with another stomp. I thought he was going to do another knee drop from earlier. Not a stomp. And now a stranglehold of some sort? No, twisting the arm. Ooh, we're on the mat. Tessington looks sulkingly at the Pingu, picks him up, and then pushes him over to the corner. Tessington goes to Pingu, turns him around facing frontwards and kicks Pingu, and down went Pingu. Tessington does a running into Pingu and oof, a knee into the face. Even that protective pad will not help. And whilst Pingu is down, Tessington goes around him and picks up the ladder. Well, Tessington used his opportunity to get the belt back and defend his title. And it looks like he is. Tessington slowly climbs up the ladder to the belt. Pingu is barely trying to get to the ropes, slowly and surely. As Pingu makes his way up, Test has grabbed the belt and is untying it. Pingu pushes and pushes and then he succeeds. Test is hanging in from the belt. Pingu picks him up and then slams him onto the mat, saying, "Get down to my level." Noot noot. And then Pingu comes in with the ladder, takes it for himself, sets it up in the center. Test is the one that's down now. Pingu climbs up the ladder. This might be Pingu's big break here, but Test is not going to approve of that. As Pingu has the belt, Test is going back up. Pingu lets go of the belt. They're going to set up for a bit of a standoff, it seems, on top of the ladder. Test punches Pingu. Pingu's dizzy. Test pushes Pingu right off. Excellently done, Testington. And Test has the belt to himself. Will he untie it in time? This could be the end here because Pingu does not look like he's going to be up in time. Test is still untying it any minute now. But it seems like he's having a little bit of trouble untying the belt. And as Pingu is slowly making his way back up, Test is not paying attention at all. Pingu is just gonna go up to the ladder as well. Test is still focused on the belt. And here comes Pingu coming in with a series of punches. It's all the same punch. You might as well start counting, Countington. And then Test goes down after all that. Pingu makes his way up to the top of the ladder. Will he get the belt? No, he jumps right off and onto Test with a beautifully done knee drop. What a fantastic show by Pingu, who's now climbing up the ladder. Test is still on the ground. Doesn't look like he'll recover in time. Pingu's up top. Grabs the belt. And if I be honest here, I think Pingu might have an easier time than Test, because Test did a lot of the untying work earlier. Pingu is making some good progress, it looks like. Test is slowly making his way back up, but is it too little too late here? You better run there, Test. Come on and defend your title. You still have a... Never mind then. We actually have a new champion this year for the first time ever. For the first time ever indeed. Pingu is the winner of JapariWrestle. So the JapariWrestle Championship belt is his to keep for the next year. but he'll have to defend it next year as well against Tess Testington. I hope that rematch will be a spectacular one just like this one has been. I wonder what took you so long, but you came back with a vengeance, and I am kind of curious as to what will happen if you fought Knockoff Pingu, the winner of JapariMania 2020. But the dream match can come another time, right? Anyways, congratulations to Pingu for being the new champion of JapariWrestle in the Japari Wrestling Federation. Well, this has been DX7EP reporting. Wait, who's calling me right now? Don't they realize I'm in the middle of something? Fine. Hello? Yes, speaking. And who are you? Oh no, not you again. What do you want? Wait, a Royal Rumble between all 9 losers and you? You have got to be kidding me, mate. Can we at least do it in our ring? No? Why? Okay, fine. 2 favors though. Number 1. Can one mail delivery pigeon do the delivery of the announcements? Yes? Okay, good. Number 2. What's the grand prize for winning all of this? Is that it, really? A lifetime supply of Japari buns and a year's worth of free Scott's pizza. I think my Olive Garden gift cards from JapariMania 2020 were better, mates, but I'll take it. You have a favour too? What was it? Fucking hell, mate. I'm only gonna take that request if you eliminate any of the guides, okay? Alright, fine. I'll see you there. Please pay me a New York pizza, okay? Bye. So, in an unexpected turn, I guess this program has a bit of an epilogue. Namely, this slime guy fella just called me and said, hey, I want a Royal Rumble between all 9 of the competitors who lost today, as well as himself. As for the guide's favour, well, if he eliminates any of the guides or wins the Royal Rumble, then I have to wear the lime guy role for a month. He just says it's not easy being green. Well, I don't blame him. But because of this unexpected interruption, well, we're supposed to air the credits right now, so we'll do that, and then get back to the program. Cool everyone, it's your home bird here, Mod Mail Delivery Pigeon. And we already have no time for intros because Ross and Pirate Boss are at each other already. It looks like Ross is Pirate Boss, and you gotta be kidding me. Pirate Boss is already out. I just came here like 5 minutes ago, we already have an elimination? You're kidding me. I mean, they're supposed to come out every minute, and we have to get our third competitor already. Who is it gonna be, I wonder? It's none other than Dojo Mojo Mofo. Ross is just staring there. Gotta go into the center and say, come at me, bro. Dojo's gonna run in here. And Dojo says, yeah, I'm gonna come at you. So Ross got his just desserts. So Dojo picks up Ross and does a beautiful tombstone onto him. Good job there. Anyways, what was I? Right, I was supposed to do the introduction, but I got carried away by the crazy beginning that was Pirate Boss being eliminated. So, this is a 10-person Royal Rumble with all 9 of the losers of the main events of JapariWrestle 2021. They were forced here by the Line Guide, who is known as a joke rule, and he'll be showing up in the Rumble as well. Now, I would like to show up, but DX and the Line Guide tell me, yo, you gotta do commentary. So here I am doing commentary, and you two better pay me in coffee and pizza at the end of this. And I swear, if Pizza Rat's involved in this somehow, then I am not gonna be a happy pigeon. You hear me? Glad I made myself clear. Ross is picking up Dojo here and just slams them down onto the mat. Dojo's aching from a bit there, and our next competitor comes in 5 seconds. 4, 3, I wonder who it is. 1 second, and it's El Jefe. But the other two don't really care, they're too busy with each other. Ross gets pile drive by Dojo, and here comes El Jefe, but none of the other two care again. El Jefe tries something, but Dojo gets the first kick into Ross, and Dojo says, oh, hi, El Jefe, buenos dias, I'm going to grab you by the horns, pick you up now, and you're going to get pile drive down. Beautiful, beautiful. Ross is still on the ropes, while El Jefe gets punched by Dojo behind him. More punches, even more, and Dojo looks like they're starting to lash onto El Jefe on the corner there. Ross makes his way back up, and he joins in too and attacks El Jefe in the corner. The 2v1ing him. Okay, picks up El Jefe, back to the corner. Ross compliments that with a slap. Get more punches, and El Jefe goes down in the corner and gets stomped by both of them. Dojo picks up El Jefe by the legs and just throws him like a sack of flour. Ross just picks up El Jefe, who has already been beaten up, and Dojo pretends they're Hamlet, to be or not to be. And El Jefe gets even more bullying. This is getting cheap. 2 seconds to the next competitor. Let's hope this changes. And it's Eater Pie coming into the ring. It's always time for Okapi, and they're in a good position to do some damage. And here they are running in, and they look at Dojo, already targeting, and Dojo says nope. Ooh, never mind, Dojo's the one getting hit there in the corner. All the while, El Jefe is still down from the bullying by Ross. Ross is just flexing, but Pie says hi, and punches Ross in the back. El Jefe finally has some time to recover, going on the ropes. Pie punches Ross in the back again. And El Jefe is just walking in place in the corner there, must be very confused after all the beating he's received. Dojo makes their way back up. Ross comes behind with El Jefe, grabs him again, and meanwhile Pie is just rooting at the audience saying, it's always time for Okapi. And I say, you're damn right it is. It's always time for Okapi. That's all. El Jefe is still getting bullied in the corner there. This time like Dojo, whilst Pie and Ross are still at it. Nicely done by Pie. We're gonna have 10 seconds until the next competitor comes in. Ring's gonna be crowded with 5 competitors in the ring. Dojo's grabbed Ross and put him on the ropes. We could have an elimination soon. And we have Monmail coming in here as number 6, but Dojo has grabbed Ross, and they might throw him out of the ring, and they do indeed as Monmail comes in. Ross has been eliminated, one of the first 2 entrants to the ring. And given that we passed the halfway mark, all of the competitors who come in after Monmail have a very good chance of winning the Royal Rumble. But you never know. For all we know, Dojo, who came in at number 3, could be the real winner after all. We can only wait and see. Monmail's dragged El Jefe in the meantime over to the ropes, and it looks like he's picking him up. Looks like he's inspired by Dojo's elimination, and indeed, El Jefe's been thrown out by Monmail. Now we're down to 3. Hopefully the next competitor comes in soon. Meanwhile, Monmail gets slammed down. Dojo gets held up by Pie, also slammed. Well done. Pie cheering to the audience saying it's always time for Okapi. Again, Monmail does not approve of that. I don't think that's the best way to treat one of your bosses, but whatever, it's a friendly match, I think. Line Guy notwithstanding. But Monmail counters by saying, hey everybody, contact me because I'm the mailman for the Park Guides. And you are right about that. 2 seconds until the next competitor comes in, and it's none other than DX7EP, number 7. And this is the last of the Park Guides, but I really hope that you don't win this one because you're the one that forced me to talk about all this. And I'll be honest with you, because of that, if I could run down to the ring and suplex you right now, I would. No hard feelings though, I just don't like being put in this position. Anyways, looks like Dojo's been hit by Pi there. Monmail's attacking DX. Go, main bot Monmail, go! Beautifully done, you deserve a cookie. Monmail goes and picks up DX. Pi picks up Dojo. Monmail says eat my fist to DX. And Pi slaps Dojo in the meantime. Monmail isn't done with DX yet, who is still reeling from all that, and beautifully done there by Monmail. Come on, beat him up, do something. Anyways, I'll leave it up to you. But that being said, the line guy hasn't shown up yet, and he has a very good chance of winning the entire Royal Rumble. If that's so, then DX is going to have the mark of shame for a month. I kind of want to see that happen, admittedly. But, again, no hard feelings, right? Pi was in a bit of trouble in the corner there, but breaks free from Dojo. 6 seconds till our next competitor comes in. I wonder if it's the Lime Guide. If it is, the other four in the ring will have a hard time, I guess. It is the Lime Guide. You better start running, everyone. And Dojo tries to take out DX there. And here comes the Lime Guide himself into the ring. Really tall and really sus. And grabbing Monmail immediately whilst Dojo grabs DX. This Lime Guide could probably eliminate everyone in the ring if he wanted to. And with only Dojo standing, what's going to stop them? Well, they grab Monmail. Pi and DX make their way back up. And Monmail just kicked in there. Monmail gets picked up by the Lime Guide, who just throws him down. And Dojo could be ready in elimination through DX there, but DX breaks free of that one. Pi looks over to Lime Guide, slaps. Lime Guide gets kicked into the corner. Pi ready to punch, it looks like an Okapitazo indeed. The Lime Guide's been eliminated before a minute has passed. And DX should be very happy that they don't have to wear the Lime Guide outfit. Lime Guide just looking in shame, obviously underestimating the power of our JapariWrestle competitors. And as they're busy going back at it with each other, we have 9 seconds left until the next competitor arrives, whether it be Test-Testington or Ramboss. I wonder which one it's going to be here. Pi's just in the corner there getting stopped by Dojo, and with a weird broadcast pause, we have Test-Testington coming in at number 9 with a very good chance of winning it. He might not have won JapariWrestle 2021, but he has a good chance of winning the Royal Rumble himself. But when there's 4 other competitors in the ring right now, and the 5th one coming in soon, your chances are a little bit tough, don't you think? DX is rooting to the audience, saying, no, root for me. But Test punches Monmail. DX did a jumping grab out to Test, it looks like, and Dojo might be eliminated by Pi here. No! Dojo hangs on for dear life. Test is having some back problems, it looks like, and Monmail attacks him on the knee. This is not a good start for Test-Testington thus far. But only time will tell. DX attacks Test. Pi gets Dojo. Monmail picks up Test. Dojo goes down. Pi does a kick, and Monmail does a nice knee-dropping thing. Beautifully done, everyone. But where's our last competitor? Any minute now, I guess, right? Looks like DX and Pi are just watching along as Test gets attacked by Monmail again. DX goes in and picks up Test. All the while, the next competitor comes in 8 seconds. The last one at that. Nicely done by DX there. Pi readies Monmail on the ropes and tries to carry him out, but it's just not happening. And last but not least, here comes number 10 with the buzzer, Keanu Ramboss. I really hope that 10 means that you'll last longer than 10 seconds, because you know what happened. Anyways, DX punches Pi. Keanu Ramboss attacks Test, and there will be 6 in the ring now, but this is going to get fewer and fewer. Nobody else is coming back in. Monmail taunts into the audience saying, I'm awesome. And all the while, it looks like Ramboss has Test and dragging him onto the ropes, while Dojo has Pi and carrying them on the shoulders. Ramboss charges in, attacks Test, and eliminates him. Pi's been thrown over by Dojo in the meantime, and DX is trying but failing to eliminate Monmail. And we're down to 4 all of a sudden. Dojo tries to attack DX, but hits Monmail instead. Ramboss goes and attacks Monmail while they're down, and DX picks up Dojo in the meantime, does a beautiful little somersault over there. And they all want to end this as quickly as possible. I don't blame them. And Monmail tries to kick Ramboss, but Ramboss trips him instead. DX does a chokehold onto Dojo, goes down. And now I have to wonder who's going to win this one out of the 4 here. I want to root for a main bot Monmail for obvious reasons, but if I had to choose a guide to win, well, I picked Dojo because they're still a guide, they're still cool, right? And unlike DX, it didn't force me to do this. That being said, though, both of them are not in good positions here as Ramboss and DX try to eliminate each of them. And they both go over the top ropes. That means Ramboss and DX could kick them out and win. It's not looking good for either Monmail or Dojo, but Monmail makes it in, Dojo survives as well. Ramboss does a shorty kick onto Monmail, but DX responds to a leaping attack of some sort, as if there's a kung fu movie. DX stomps Monmail, Monmail goes in the corner. DX grabs Monmail's legs and throws him like a sack of flour once again. Though it isn't like Monmail's doing any better because Dojo's lashing out at him from behind. And then Ramboss goes down. DX picks up Monmail, does a nice power drive onto there. And looks like they've all been slowing down a bit. Seriously, can we speed it up a little bit? Can we get some elimination? Something interesting going on here? Thank you very much. And if DX loses, all the better, because they forced me into this situation. Yeah, you heard the story already. Anywho, Modmail is rolling over to the ropes. DX and Dojo are at each other. Ramboss is just staring into dead space, it looks like. Maybe having a bug there for Cyberpunk 2077. And it looks like Dojo's gonna pick up DX here. Could eliminate them, but no. Drops them on the mat instead. I thought they were gonna throw them over the rope like they did for Ross, but DX rolls over to the ropes as well and goes over to Keanu Ramboss. And with that, Keanu Ramboss goes down. Dojo has a great opportunity here to clear out the ring, get someone out there, and then probably secure a position in the last two, maybe. But looks like Keanu Ramboss goes up. Misses a punch there. Modmail slowly making their way back up. Dojo picks up Ramboss and down they go. And Modmail's looking into the situation and kicks Ramboss in the back. Dojo notices DX is still lying down and picks them up. Ramboss goes into the ropes. Modmail's looking to the side, while Dojo and DX are just going at each other. DX is picking up Dojo in a weird position and then drops them down. And then goes back to Modmail. Now it looks like DX is the one that's going to be on top of things here. Could do an elimination here onto Modmail probably. And Modmail's being dragged over. And DX can do a nice punch here and knock Modmail out of the ring. Does a kick instead. Ramboss notices and gets back up and instead goes over the rope, but Keanu Ramboss is out. Once again, it's Modmail 2, Keanu Ramboss 0. And now we're down to 3. Dojo is still down on the ropes as DX and Modmail go at each other. DX is picking up Modmail here. Does a jumping punch and clothesline onto Modmail there. DX, you really like your aerial moves and spins, don't ya? Modmail does an uppercut onto DX there. That is helpful. Dojo slowly making their way back up as Modmail takes DX down. Dojo's back up and standing. And Modmail, what are you doing? Are you doing the dance of the lucky beast in the corner there? But I think Dojo's very confused by the situation, so they decided to grab Modmail and does a really nice tombstone on there. That ought to hurt, and that's what they get for dancing the lucky beast dance. DX and Dojo going at each other with some kicks while Modmail's down. And DX gets pushed into the corner there. Dojo misses a punch because Modmail was in the way. DX grabs a punch, and now Dojo's the one in the corner, but Dojo kicks out of that situation. Modmail gets the way back up. Dojo picks up DX and does a nice drop on the knee. But Modmail takes his opportunity here. Doesn't look good for Dojo as Dojo's being grabbed there and dragged onto the other corner. Modmail could do a nice punch there, but instead Modmail picks up Dojo, and this could be the end for Dojo. It could be thrown out of the ropes, and indeed, now we're just down to 2. The Park Guy DX70P and the Lucky Beast Modmail. Now, as I said, I prefer Modmail wins this one, but DX looks like they have a good lead so far, so I'm alright either way. But between the two, I prefer Modmail. No questions asked. Anyways, DX is grabbing Modmail, could be setting up for an elimination here. And could have done a punch, but DX flips them over and tries to lift them over, but there's a small problem. DX is just not able to lift Modmail over for some reason. Modmail's hanging on really easily and comfortably, and just breaks out of that with an elbow to the head, and another punch knocking DX over. DX is on their knees here, getting kicked down by Modmail here, probably being shown who's boss. DX tries to punch it but gets cross-counted by Modmail. Modmail stays in the ring, DX is out, and we have a winner for the Royal Rumble. I'm proud of you, Modmail, you did it. Cuckoo. Now I know it ain't fair, but that's the Royal Rumble. Anything happens in the Japari Wrestling Federation, apparently. Also, dear Line Guy and DX, please pay me for my services as a commentator. Sincerely, Modmail Delivery Pigeon. P.S. Cuckoo. Anyways, this has been a great match here, although one that was completely unscheduled. But hey, you all got more entertainment out of that, right? Congratulations again to Modmail, your first ever Japari Wrestling Federation Royal Rumble champion. Ah yeah, great job my main bot. Anyways, this has been Modmail Delivery Pigeon reporting here, Cuckoo. I'm very hungry and thirsty because of all this impromptu commentary thing, and I really hope the Line Gun and DX treat me to some nice New York pizza after this. Modmail on the other hand can have all the Scott's pizza he wants because he knows I don't like Scott's pizza, right? Yeah. Anyways, coup to the coup power, and this marks the actual end of the Japari Wrestling Federation's events, JapariWrestle 2021. Anyways, I wish you all a good night or day or whatever, and I shall see you around.